If you don't think that happens in Arkansas on opening day of duck season, you're
Oh,
wrong.
I know, but my
Yeah.
point is like this isn't a hunting thing, and these guys are pulling out pistols. I'm like, is that thing legal?
Yeah.
Did you scratch that serial number off, homie?
I tell you, man, it's a grind, and Graham can tell you it is. Especially when it's crowded, you've got to wake up early. I mean, it took us how long to launch a boat? I mean, it took us probably 35, 40 minutes just to
And we're only
just to
like
launch.
5 boats back at the beginning.
What
Yeah.
idiots were in front of you?
Guys with
And
their
this is
headlights on.
And when we rolled up to that boat ramp, I mean, it was it. I can't believe it makes me mad that the game wardens weren't already there to begin the night.
yeah.
I mean, they should have had somebody there at least, like, put signs up or something for people to not park in certain areas or whatever, because they bottlenecked it down to where it was like only one car in, one car out.
Well, that's what they do here in Florida at the boat ramps. I mean, you got to we're boat capital, right? You go on the weekend, there's a police officer sitting at every public boat ramp just to prevent that. And dude, I've seen some crazy stuff. You know that hashtag Florida man? That ain't no joke. I've seen people pulling guns on each other on a freaking Saturday at 1 o'clock at a boat ramp in Florida. I'm just like, what
Holy.
the hell? Get me out of here,
If
dude.
you don't think that happens in Arkansas on opening day of duck season, you're
Oh,
wrong.
I know, but my
Yeah.
point is like this isn't a hunting thing, and these guys are pulling out pistols. I'm like, is that thing legal?
Yeah.
Did you scratch that
Well, that's-
serial number off, homie?
But that's like Jay, like you're saying though. But that's the scary thing is you don't know what type of person you're going to run into out there on that public land, and everybody's got a gun.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you got to be careful. I mean, you got to make sure you don't say the wrong thing to start the wrong problem with the wrong person.
Yeah.
That's why you got that hard hat flashlight. It's for protection
Hey,
at the
hey,
boat ramp.
hey, well, guess who stole that from me and used it this weekend?
Listen, man, I'm telling you, I try to be as prepared as I can. But I guess from using your headlight for 4 hours before you hunt, because I don't guess I'm used to staying up or getting out there at midnight. My headlight ended up dying, and I was like, well, Graham, let me wear that one. So
So I had to walk in with no light. Thank God I didn't fall in the damn water.
You know, all
Oh
I'll
my
say is it was
gosh.
pretty fun at deer camp this year, getting to hunt with the beaver from Bucky's.
Oh man,
What was that
but we-
Looney Tunes character? The groundhog, I think it was. He always had the helmet on. That was Graham.
Yeah, that was Graham.
Then he was walking out. We were walking out the one day. He had all his stuff on, his sweatshirt and his helmet, and he was just wearing his long thermal underwear. And I was like, "Look at this! It looks like a German miner wearing his lederhosen and his hard hat."
And hey, speaking of swimming, guess who took a dive this weekend on Sunday?
Yeah, it was me, man. I'm telling you, if anything could have went wrong, it went wrong to us on Sunday. We ended up trying to go somewhere else to get away from some people, and um, man, it was just water was not up enough. I'm running a brand new boat that I've never ran before, and we had 3 people in the boat, so I was trying to maneuver through the woods in about 10 inches of water. And we finally get back there. We look up, the hole is not set up right for the wind. So it's like, well, we got to go back now. And there's only one way you can really get in there, and it's through this, old slough bed that kind of runs up in there. And, you don't have any service out there, so you get your offline maps downloaded, and you're trying to follow your way back out through this slough. And
It is a maze.
You don't
You
follow
just-
the stars or anything?
at that point, it's just like, man, get me out of here.
Yeah.
Whatever we had to do. And anyway, we finally made our way out and got to the hole we were trying to hunt. And man, I'm telling you, I haven't fallen in the woods in probably 2 years, but I hit a tree. I hit a tree right about my knee, and
Right in front of me too.
typically the guy behind you tries to help you. Like, Graham's sitting there with his arms crossed, just laughing, and I'm
It's
like,
funny.
I can't get over this tree, and I'm just like trying to swim,
and you're saying that this tree was about this big around that was underwater. He goes to step over it. He couldn't even get his leg up over it while his momentum's going forward. So he falls forward. Both legs come up behind him.
Oh, he went over.
Oh,
He didn't go completely under. He got under here. He was
I mean,
at
I
least
was up
able
in
to. But he went down. His legs came up. I couldn't reach because that tree's where it's at. So the guy that was next
That's
to
your
him grabs
excuse,
him and
okay.
pulls him up.
that's the excuse.
You couldn't reach because you had your phone out.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like,
I
man, this
wish
is
I
going to be
recorded
great
that.
for
I wish I
Instagram.
recorded it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back in the day, we used to wear. I mean, some people still wear neoprene waders, but I'm not a very big person, and I went too deep with the neoprene waders, and I just floated like a bobber. Like I didn't even get wet, like because they're so
Yeah.
buoyant. I was bobbing around until I finally got shallow enough to touch again. Just held my gun up
Wow.
over my
Yeah.
head, just like here we go. Like I don't know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. I've done a lot of silly stuff. Duck hunting, you do a lot of silly. Like you just some of the
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
that happens duck hunting, you're like, I don't even know how that just happened.
sleeping in a boat.
I,
Yeah,
I
like,
don't
why
know.
do we do this?
There's guys out on the Ohio River tonight sleeping in a boat right now to shoot 3 ducks tomorrow morning.
Gosh,
If they're
man.
lucky.
Oh,
Hey,
and
we
the
used to
thing
do it
is,
in
like you said,
Alabama.
like the thing you guys say, like you can go in there and camp out, but someone's just gonna pull up 100 yards from you, you know.
Yeah.
But back in
Yeah.
the day, you know, you come in, you see somebody, you leave. You know, now it's like, oh, we'll just go around the bend of the creek, or we're just gonna go down, or we're gonna go upwind of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
It's
where
just
they get you.
yeah, it just it used to be a gentleman's rule, right? Like everybody was
Yeah.
respectful, but you know, it just comes and goes with generations, I assume. I mean, it's obviously there's a lot more duck hunters now than when I started duck hunting. And I know they say there's not, but like you said in Arkansas, look at it.
I know.
And I'd say the only time you get lucky on public land with those type of groups is when you run into that group that has the one elderly gentleman in there that's actually hunted out in those woods for all his life. He's the only one
That's
that can
right.
talk sense into people about respect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just didn't do that. So you
Yeah.
don't shoot swing ducks, and you don't call it other people's ducks if they're working.
Yeah. You know, used to people would have their own blocks. You know, like you would know Graham and his crew always hunts this side of the river. You know, you stay off of this side, you go hunt this side. And everybody kind of knew where everybody hunts, but you know, there's so many new people that come up there and hunt now, man. It's just I've seen people from Texas and Oklahoma, and I mean just from all over the place, which is it's great, but it makes it tough. Makes it tough on the guys who's been doing it.
Well, I don't have
Wow,
that
damn.
problem. We don't see any out of state plates coming here.
I know, and
To
I
kill
shouldn't be
deer,
talking
that's
that.
about it.
Yeah, the deer hunting you do.
Yeah.
Ain't looking